So I'm on my morning walk and I just had this thought that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the concept of change. Change is something that I'm going through right now. I feel like I'm going through a transition season of my life and it's super uncomfortable, right? It's uncomfortable that sometimes I don't want the change to happen, but I know eventually it's going to be good for me, right? And it just hit me that so many people are actually afraid to change. We wake up and we're creatures of habit, right? So we like familiarity, we like routine, we like doing the same thing over and over again. So it could become pretty mundane after a period of time. So when something new comes in, we're all eventually like, nah, I'm gonna go back to what I was running from, right? So I started looking at my peers and looking at people around me, and I'm like, man, like a lot of people have been in the same spot for years. Same routine, same thing over and over again. No growth, no new skills, no nothing. And then when you ask them about their progress, it's always like, yeah, I'm gonna get to it. Yeah, or they procrastinate over and over and over again. So eventually, people will always just go back to what they've been doing. And it's insane because how do you go a whole year with no growth, with no progress? How do you go a whole year without being able to take some steps forward in your life? I get it's uncomfortable, but we have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And if we take that mindset into life, we'll make so much more progress. Now, there are seasons of life where rest is good, where slowing down is good, where the mundane and routine is good. But we can't be there forever and ever. You know, it's not summer all the time, it's not spring all the time, it's not winter. You have the season, and then you go to the next one, and then you go to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So it's important to keep moving. And then another thing that I realized too is that change, the best change, happens from the inside out, not the outside in. So what I mean by that is you can go get all the money in the world. I always tell people, if I give you $5 million, it wouldn't solve all your problems. It would reveal them because it would show what addictions you have, what bad habits you have, what direction of life you would take, and how good of a person you are, because you would have that freedom to do whatever it is that you wanted to do. So if you're addicted to something and you got all that money, guess what you're gonna do? You can go find a way to splurge on that thing. But true change isn't contingent on the money, isn't contingent on the external circumstance. It's contingent on where you are right now, regardless if you have money or not. When we change from the inside out, we can get $5 million and still not go into this hedonistic lifestyle. We can get $5 million and still live a life of integrity and live and do things the way that we always wanted to do. But that in itself is uncomfortable because let's say you do have an addiction and you're working on it, you have to feel worse to feel better. So it's like a lot of people say they want to give up whatever vice they have, but they try it and they're like, man, why would I give up my vice if it's making me feel worse? But you have to go through that uncomfortable season. When you're getting in shape, it's uncomfortable. The weights hurt, they make your muscles sore, but eventually you get used to it and then your muscles become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then eventually you will look like a bodybuilder if you wanted to go that far. But it hurts at first and it's uncomfortable at first. But we run from that. We want to stay in the same weight, basically. So that would be like the weight equivalent of life. We're lifting the same weight or we're not lifting at all. We say we want the dream body, but we don't go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? We say we want to live a healthier lifestyle, be more fulfilled, live more in our passions, but we're getting conquered by our vices. Anytime we have an opportunity to do something, instead of doing the things that put us more forward to where we want to be and become the person we want to become, we just turn to our vices and procrastinate and say, I'll wait till tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes the next day, and that day becomes the next week, and that day becomes the next month, and that month becomes the next year. And then you're in that boat of the people that I'm talking about, where a whole year has went by and you're in the exact same spot. So don't be scared. Change is good. Change is uncomfortable, but it's good. Take those steps. Keep moving forward. Be okay with letting some things go for a season. Let things come serve you for a season and then let them go, and then move on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And before you know it, you're going to look up and be that much closer to being exactly the person that you wanted to become. So let's get to it. Don't just talk the talk, walk the walk. All right? Get up, get on them good habits. And whoever that person is you want to become, take one step forward to becoming that person every day, and let's make that change. See you guys.